Now, today is the last day of the Chinese drills near the Taiwan Strait, dubbed as Joint Sword. The three-day exercises have included rehearsing encirclement of Taiwan. The drill is seen as an angry show of force following Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen's meet with the U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. China is also due to hold live-fire drills today. In a bid to round off 3 days of military exercises, the Eastern Theater Command of the Chinese People Liberation Army on Sunday continued to conduct the combat readiness patrols and military exercises around Taiwan. Under the unified command of the Joint Operation Command Center, the troops of multiple services coordinated to carry out simulated precision strikes on key targets around Taiwan Island. Dozens of aircraft of the Air Force, including early warning planes, fighters, bombers, and jamming aircraft, flew to the targeted airspace, forming a joint strike system together with the land and sea forces. Chinese state-run broadcaster released footage showing the Chinese Navy conducting live-fire drills at sea. According to Taiwan's Defense Ministry, 59 Chinese military planes have flown around the island today. 39 of them crossed the Taiwan Strait median line and entered Taiwan's air defense zones. On Sunday, 70 Chinese aircraft flew around the island. Taiwan's Coast Guard administration also released a video which shows an officer warning a Chinese military vessel not to draw near the island's territorial waters limit.
国大陆131军舰，这里是中华民国海巡署100拐沟艇广播。你现在已经严重破坏地域和平、稳定及安全，请你立刻转向驶离。如果你继续前进，我将采取驱离措施。
Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen has denounced these drills and has pledged to work with the U.S. and other like-minded countries in the face of what she called was continued authoritarian expansionism. Now, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Ross Darrell Feingold, who is a political analyst. Listen in.
Certainly, these military exercises, whether what we're seeing over the past few days or what we saw last August, which was a larger scale, it shows an attempt by the Chinese government and military to intimidate Taiwan. They're trying to convince Taiwan not to have these kinds of meetings with U.S. Politicians or politicians from other countries. The reality up to now is these military exercises don't stop the Taiwan government from taking those meetings, whether those meetings occur here in Taiwan with visiting government officials. And we've seen not just parliamentarians, but even ministers. For example, a German minister came to Taiwan recently, and that was the first time in decades. And there have been vice ministers from other European countries. And then, of course, the U.S., it's typically at an even higher level. And that's why we saw the House Speaker meeting with President Tsai when she transited the U.S. So it is very intimidating, and it puts enormous pressure on Taiwan's government and the military because they have to respond accordingly. But at least up to now, as a tactic to stop Taiwan from having these meetings, that is clearly not occurring because these meetings do continue.
We are now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.